What it do? We are about to make a melody like Charles the First. I'm basically remaking his Mercy Falls melody, which is so sick, so clean. And we even are using Serum 2 factory key preset, and it sounds really, really cool. Go ahead and listen to it here. Beautiful. So I kind of want to show what he's doing here, the ascending and the descending motions that we have. It's really cool to see. I'm also going to bring up C minor so you can look at the intervals, because the intervals are really important. With C minor, we have multiple intervals here, and they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's using C minor, and the main keys that he's using is his root, number 1, his fifth, number 5, as well as number 4, number 3, number 2. So he's using these in creative ways. And our most important notes are the 1 and the 5. So you'll see he uses these. And we also want to utilize the relationships where the notes are right next to each other as well. So like D and E flat, for example, or G and A flat, where there's not a note in between, like how there's a note in between here. On Ableton, it looks like this. These two have the notes right next to each other. These are like darker relationships when they play one after another. So we're going to be utilizing that. Let's go ahead and look at the first note. It's C4. And goes up and goes to the fifth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the fifth interval if we just count up from root. So it goes root, 5, 3, 2. And it goes up, and then it starts descending down, as you see here. If you look, there's a pattern. It starts to descend down all the way down here and goes up a little bit, goes down, goes up, goes down. So we have these like waves and motions that you'll start to see appear. So descending down. We're also descending down with these notes as well. Check that. Remember, utilizing these darker relationships here. So after our first 4 notes, we go back down to this A flat. That's going to be the 6th. And then we jump up to the A flat again. So we do an octave jump, play the same note, transitions very well from this to this. And then we just play that dark and keep walking down. Cool. And if you notice, this is the halfway point. So once we start home, we take a journey, and the whole goal is to end back home when we get back to bar 5, which is that 4-bar loop. We start home, take a journey, 5th, play the 6th here, start to play the 6th and the 5th, and then we go start walking down to the 2nd and the 3rd and the 2nd. We're getting closer to home, and then boom, we hit home right here, and then we hit home again right here. Listen to that. And it kind of restarts, but this is the lower octave C. So it sounds perfect because it resolved back home, but it also sounds new because it's a lower octave. And once again, we start jumping back up. We go ahead and jump to that G, which is our 5th. We kind of repeat those flows, you know, got to repeat those flows. Let's listen to the second half. So it's really following the same pattern, but playing these lower notes. Go from C to 5th, then we go to 3rd to 2nd, and then we go back to this F here. We go from C up to this F. Cool patterns to see. It really all comes together once you start to use your 1st and your 5th and these different relationships that we're talking about, these octave jumps that you see going on, and most importantly, using a lot of the keyboard. You know, he's using multiple octaves, so there's about 3 octaves being used here. We really want to utilize these larger pitch jumps so that we can get more emotion and get more vibes. The sound is pretty simple. It's really sine waves with reverb and delay. So I loaded up on the factory preset in the keyboard. This is Serum 2, Entropy. It loads up on 5 unison, so I turn it down to 1, and I turn the soften all the way down. Turn that. This is really cool. You know, sine waves, we are using the chaos filters as well on the fine. Bin plus can be used. So these macros are set up as well if we want to use them. And then lots of reverb, huge reverb, equalizer doing a high pass, and some chorus if we want some chorus too. This is really nice, simple patch, and we can reverse engineer this and make cool sine wave leads all day long, you know? It's real easy, real fun. CharlesTheFirst is vibey, you know, very spiritual, organic, and I love these vibes. Just wanted to show you this melody. It's so cool to look at the notes and all the flows, and the relationships are really important. These intervals that we're talking about need to be focused on, practice, and then you'll find these loops and great feelings and emotions to capture. Thank you guys for the support. This MIDI information will be in my Patreon if you want to get this MIDI, and other projects and goodies will be in there as well. If you have any future suggestions for videos, put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to add them to the list and knock them out. We are learning constantly. Have a great day, guys. Stay fresh. Peace out.